Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners. Goldylocks Productions presents Enlightening Conversations with Pam Silver Eagle.
Well, hello and welcome to The Perch. I am Pam Silver Eagle, and I want to first say thank you for finding your way here onto The Perch as you've been guided, whether it be here in real time, live time, or at a time that is later and more convenient for you. I have just returned from being in the outdoors, and I was so hoping to be able to create this sacred circle there, but I had to come back to this space, and so we're going to create it right here. And isn't it a wonderful reminder, actually, that wherever we are in sacred space, we have the ability to create that. And a really super practical and important message that we'll talk more about. But excuse me, for those of you who may be new to The Perch, I want to just start off by saying I am working on my mobile device and I cannot see much of the interaction, but I do encourage and I welcome and I am grateful for the interaction. So as you watch, again, whenever it is that you watch, if you please put down your thoughts, your comments, your loving comments, your insight, and I will go back. I always go back and view and try to respond to everyone as I see them. Now, again, I appreciate the you coming in and holding this space with me. And this is how we are coming together. This is how we are walking each other through this this gateway into the new. And now, what a gateway we are in the midst of today on November 3rd. And for those who are in the United States of America, we know that this is a big, big day in making a choice. And many of us have already made our choice. We've casted the ballots in whatever way we've done that this year, this day, for this election of a government official who represents one who leads a country. And, it is in the midst of this 2020 year that has brought on so much change for the world, everyone, every living being, fair to say, in our oneness. And so on this important day here on what I still refer to as Turtle Island, it's what the original people referred to it as. And I like to honor the ancestors in that way, as well as the lifetimes that I have lived as an indigenous one here, a Native American, Native people, original people. And in this month, actually comes to mind as well, in November, we're celebrating the Native American original people month. And so we hold the sacred ceremonies and we remember, and we actually is a good time to relook at the history, true history, and really help us to heal our this land for all that took place, all the injustices with the Native people all across this land and beyond into Canada and some of our neighboring borders. So I look forward to sharing more of the Native culture and spirituality and the love for the great web of life that we all are existing within. So again, Turtle Island this day, we are casting votes, or we've casted a vote for who we think at this time, as far as our options, can help to lead us forward. And when I realized that I was streaming live on this day, I thought, wow, what shall I present? What sort of a space shall I create? And truly, I would encourage everyone, if you're not already doing so, to honor that same question. Ask that same question of self as you go about this day. What are you choosing to create as your reality? And what then are you choosing to share while you are out and about in the collective? Or maybe you've chosen, as many, to hold sacred space in a really peaceful, maybe secluded space. Perhaps you are working in an office space this day. Or perhaps you are actually working at a polling space where actual ballots are being dropped off even as I speak this. So important to be able to center right here in the heart space. We do that with sacred breath. And instantly remember our truth of who we are. Call on the I am presence, our sovereign self, to just be at peace, regardless of what is happening all around us, amongst us, perhaps even in your own home, or wherever you are this day. Perhaps you're in a grocery store or in a medical facility. Collective energies for those who are so tuned in energetically. It's so important to protect ourselves so that we're not taking in and keeping the energies that we're feeling from the masses, whether they be here, somewhere in your physical proximity, or all the way around Earth Mother in a different space, where we know that there are many brothers and sisters, I want to bring this up right now, who are also experiencing, much turbulence, whether it be through rising up and speaking truth from the heart and saying, no more of this unjust greed, misuse of power and control, turbulence, the violence, wherever you are. Or it could be in the midst of a weather storm, which we know there is so much purging taking place here on Earth Mother, whether it be fires or, earthquakes, hurricanes, blizzards, snow blizzards, tidal waves, on and on and on, typhoons. We have much purging continues to take place. And although it's not easy, it is necessary so that we can bring in, we can create this new earth of love, and as everything's being purified within and without. So today, what I have feeling to share with all who gather, and is to have some more conversation about the practicality of moving through this day and into the coming days and into the new year. I also will send up some prayers together, and likely a time to center with sacred flute in a little bit. So I invite you to get comfortable if you haven't already done so. And I would encourage you to have some fresh, clean water. And we're going to bless the water and give gratitude to the sacred water, knowing that we are filling our body temples, hydrating. That so much shifting in this ascension process at the cellular level. We are moving through so much, and we always give gratitude, the sacred elements. Infusing with the energies of what you want to call in, again, for self and into the earth plane. So love, wholeness, wellness, gratitude, joy, yes, joy. Infuse, continue to speak as you hope, love, trust. And then we take a nice gentle sip. Oh, so good. I'm so grateful that the simple opening up of a refrigerator, or the turning of a water cooler So many folks have the beautiful purifying coolers these days to really be fueling our body temples with fresh water. So let's move forward, and I want to talk a little bit more about the practicality of how you doing. You taking care of you? Yes. Are you shifting what you're eating so that you are taking in more and more live foods? You know, Earth Mother provides so much for us in the way of foods, and so many folks, farmers, even creating the organic foods now, as we are recognizing how much damage all the chemicals, pesticides, the toxins have done to both Earth Mother and all of our brothers and sisters, the animal kingdoms. Also, of course, ourselves, if we're taking this in. So are you being mindful of what you're consuming? It's a big part of it. And in these shifting times where our bodies are shifting, it's so important to be taking care of these temples, that we're holding the higher vibrations, the higher frequencies. It is necessary. So what else can we do to take care of us? How do we nourish ourselves? Well, we, as much as we can, spend time in environments that cultivate and that sort of a energy of peace. Out in Earth Mother, for me, is always the best, and likely for you as well. And many people in this 2020 have gone back outside to remember how much love and is provided for us when we are out in the midst of beautiful nature. And a little plug here, one of the things I love to do is create nature wellness journeys for people to do just that, to help people go deeper within, rediscovering themselves, who they are at their depths, but also tuning in to all that Earth Mother provides us, and all the kingdoms, the messengers, and just the grace and joy from being in the outdoors. I am outside, fair to say, more than indoors. And I know many of you are the same, and you do the same. And, times when we have to be indoors, whether, again, if we're in an office space or medical facility, and much gratitude to all of those who've been helping to care for all brothers and sisters throughout this year, all the first responders. There are situations, and those of you who've answered the call to careers of caregivers, that you have to spend a lot of time indoors. And one of the visions that I have as we create this new civilization will be so that we create these environments that are, yes, healthy as far as sterile, but not so much that we're not tuned in with the live energies from Earth Mother. I'm sure that past civilizations that I have lived in, and many of us have lived in, are, they're coming back to surface, so that we have these ideas and we get together, and this is what we're going to co-create, and as all these systems are collapsing here on the Earth plane, these old systems that are no longer serving us, and fair to say, many never have, but in these changing times and within the changing and our human evolution, as we are evolving at the soul level, conscious level, that we have to adapt the environment that we're living in. And so connection with the outdoors is so important. Some of the other things that we can do to help nurture ourselves is to surround ourselves with those who support us, in that it's the reciprocity of just feeling good when you're with a person or a group of people or a community where we are all equal and everyone is valued and everyone helps make the decisions on what is of the highest good for the collective. And we can We scale that down. Of course, we start that in our very intimate and personal circles. And then we expand it, of course, because as we begin to move about more and more, and it is coming, we've been separated certainly throughout 2020, but really way beyond. We've had segregation throughout the history of time here, and these hierarchies of, the ego that were created throughout eons and eons of time here on the earth plane. And, so the new day that's coming, that is why I feel so much joy and so much filled with hope. Not just because I go, oh, somebody's going to create that, but because I know that I am making a difference. And so are you when you stand in this truth of recognizing that you are here. You are here to co-create the new and the good. And so back to fostering these environments of, yes, we are going to be throughout our day with other people. Sometimes, as I talked about earlier, as we came on the air here, that, you're going to be with amongst others. It doesn't feel so good. Just the resonance. And when we can master not really the judgment, using the judgment, but just recognizing and honoring for ourselves that that does not feel so good. And I bless you. And, maybe in your professional career, you have to work with others who aren't in resonance. And that there's many of you who have careers in that way. And there's many of us who are teachers and those who are here to help guide others as the Wayshowers and the light workers, and those who are bringing healing as we are the conduits. But in our inner circles, we want to surround ourselves with those who support us and those who we trust. And, knowing that everyone is evolving, different paces, different stages, different levels, to discern and surround yourself and immerse yourself in that which lifts you up. Music is another great way. Uplifting music. There are energies of different types of music that is not positive at all. It really lowers the vibration in a hurry. So be mindful of what you're listening to, and you'll find as you evolve and as you remember, you awaken that wow, everything changes, and that's not real comfortable. And yet, when we allow these old doors to close and we step through into the new, oh, there's so much great wonder and so much good in the new. And sometimes even, like I talked about the foods earlier, even your taste for, what maybe doesn't resonate anymore. So important also to turn off the TVs for those of you who still watch. I am aware I don't watch a lot of TV. I haven't for a couple of years. However, some sneak peeks, I see that, there's more conscious programming being offered in the shows that are uplifting. And, maybe again, shows that take us into the outdoors, or ways that we come together. There's so many different ways of doing, I suppose, TV these days. That's how out of touch I am with those. I know they're out there. I don't use them. There's a beautiful Gaia TV. So many of you have, I'm sure, subscribed to that. So again, everything is changing. And as we change where we like to hang out, who we like to hang out with, what we like to spend our time doing, that's a celebration. That's a celebration. So, back to how do we hold our center? Or when we get off center, how do we reclaim it? How do we get back in it? And again, these are some of the ways that I'm offering here that I know have worked for me. And of course, there are many opportunities on the social media to connect with, amazing teachers, musicians who are offering these uplifting energies and prayer, sacred space times. So many of us have tapped into new groups, new communities in this 2020. So there's a blessing, one of the many blessings of 2020, right? This great change, not always comfortable, not always easy, but look at us, we're doing it. We're doing it. Getting away from the competition, getting away from the self-centeredness. And it doesn't mean that there are not times. Of course, we have to go within to the cave and hibernate. We come out renewed. We come through the dark nights of the souls. We rise up from the ashes. And, that is what's happening. So, again, let's support one another and be love. I would like to, at this time, again, let's go into a little bit of prayer here. And I've already, before I've come onto the live stream, called in the sacred space here. And for those of you who may not be familiar or tuning in today with my work, I am a pure channel, a conduit, and I work with, certainly the angels, all the angelic realms, the earth guardians, the holy family, the ascended masters, and the divine complements. Much of my work is with the sacred rays, the sacred flames. And so, beloved Jesus, Yeshua, Christ, and as ascended master, Lord Sananda, Lady Nada, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, and the whole Holy Family, Saint Germain, is such a strong presence for us here in the earth plane, as he is overseeing this new age of Aquarius and helping us, introducing us, and working with us if we call upon him. His twin flame, Lady Portia, and Holy Amethyst, Venus, Amritas, Lord of the Violet Planet, of our brothers and sisters of the celestial realms, so many here helping us on the earth plane. And how cool is it that we're able to view so much more now through the lens? So many people are posting amazing frequencies, orbs, beings, and it's just so much fun and such a delight and such an honor to be working with so many divine beings. And so, again, we're going to focus here on the violet flame. My last show last week did a powerful meditation and prayer time, and thank you for those of you who've responded. I know that for some it was a very moving and touching and healing, transmuting experience, as that's what the violet flame is. It's the energy of transmutation. So important at this time. We call on the assistance of the violet flame. So in this prayer then, by the way, I'm reading from the Sacred Flames prayer, accompanying prayer book it was channeled by Aurelia Louise Jones, who is crossed over. So we give gratitude, thank you. And your work is ahead of its time. And you're grateful that you answered your call. Thank you. In the name of the great I Am, I call for the light of 1,000 suns from the great central sun, angels of violet fire, beloved Saint Germain, beloved Zakiel, and holy amethyst, Amritas, ruler of the violet planet. In the name of God, I am that I am. Saturate the earth in all of her evolution with limitless waves of violet fire. I call for the action of the violet transmuting flame and the action of the will of God to manifest on earth now and forever. I call for all discord and activities on earth that are not reflecting the highest light, and God's holy purpose to be miraculously swept and transformed by the power of the violet flame. Just envision with me holding that vision of the violet flame just wrapping all around Earth Mother, just blazing through every living being here on the earth plane, all kingdoms, all people, all animals, to the trees, the rock people, all around Earth Mother, through Earth Mother, through your own being. Breathe that in. Breathe that in. Violet flame, oh violet flame. In the name of God, flood the earth and her people and all of her kingdoms with oceans and oceans of violet fire until every particle of life is restored to divine perfection. May peace and love be spread throughout the earth. May the earth abide in the aura of perfect love. May the earth abide in the aura of peace, love, and freedom. I give thanks that it is done now according to God's holy will. I will is the decree for those of the Blu-ray, God's will. And so it is. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Let's just sit with that for a moment. Continue to envision, because truly these are more than words. I set this intention when I speak the I am speaking on behalf of all those who come and are in agreement, not just here in this circle, but all around the globe who are holding sacred space today. And there are many, 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 many beautiful souls doing so. Together, when we come together, of course, where there are two or more gathered. Powerful, powerful transmutation. Let us hold that knowing that we are making a difference. We are helping all to shift, to be transmuted within and without. You can envision your loved ones here, circumstances in your life that you want to purify, transmute, heal, to bring in the new manifestations. And also set the intentions of the highest good as this prayer speaks. For all those who are perhaps in fear, those who are holding their anger, or those who are displaying it in unhealthy ways. And so it is. I'm also feeling to lead us in this invocation to the flame of resurrection, because, of course, as things crumble and are transmuted to be healed, there is, as I spoke of, a resurrection, which many of us here on the earth plane celebrate in the spring, as we remember our beloved brother and teacher, Wayshower, Jesus Christ. For his journey was one of resurrection, and it is not as told in many books or even spoken by many religious leaders. True resurrection takes place in us again and again and again. when it is time to expand. And in the energy of knowing, trusting, is our frequency to hold the higher frequencies. It is essential to our ascension. So let us now affirm the invocation of the flame of resurrection to help us all as we rise up into the new. I am the resurrection and the life of my eternal freedom in the light. I am the resurrection and the life of my physical body's perfect blueprint. I am the resurrection and the life of my emotional body's perfect blueprint. And as I'm speaking this, guided to share with you, the resurrection ray is, flame is the purple. So as in the violet ray, as well as the gold, the golden. So envision those colors. And those of you who work with colors, envision those colors as they're swirling through within as without. I am the resurrection and the life of my mental body's perfect blueprint. I am the resurrection and the life of my etheric body's perfect blueprint. I am the resurrection and the life of my spiritual body's perfect blueprint. I am the resurrection and the life of the Ascended Master's purity and love. Breathe these in. I am the resurrection and the life of the healing powers of the sacred flames. I am the resurrection and the life of my immortal perfection and the illumined love of the cosmic Christ. I am. I am the resurrection and the life of the wondrous gifts of my divine essence. And so it is. So I am. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. And now I will offer up sacred vibrations. And if you feel comfortable, if you've not already closed your eyes, I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable and just be gentle breath throughout, centering your roots running deep through the soles of your feet into our beloved Earth Mother, who's holding us so divinely, motherly love, just holding us, wrapping her arms all around us. And as your roots run deeply down into the core of Earth Mother, to that crystalline grid, knowing that we are being so supported by those above and below. Also feel your branches reaching into the heaven, knowing that we are connected to the Father. And all that is good. Let's reposition. And now as you begin to come back into your body temple, feel the Earth Mother supporting you and giving gratitude for what you have just received. For each one, it will be different. But the divine knows, and your sovereign self knows exactly what you needed in this moment. And what is needed throughout the earth plane by the collective for in our oneness. But we heal for ourselves, we heal for the whole. My prayer is that each of us will continue to hold these frequencies this day. And for those who are going back out into the collective, remember that you can call yourself right back into the sacred space of peace, be still in an instant. Use the sacred breath, set the intention, call in your divine helpers, the angels, all of those who each of you work with. And for those of you who aren't sure, just trust and know that you are being held and supported. Call in love, for that is what it truly is. We all are. And I would like to just remind everyone that, again, there are a lot of others who don't yet have the tools or don't practice the tools to be able to center themselves. And so as we go about, let's bless our brothers and sisters who are in the whirlwind of fear or anger or jealousies and competition, anything that creates the separation. Again, I invite all to take a sip of water. My screen is frozen, but I'm sure that you're still there and I'm still here and we're all still together as one. So I see me frozen in posture. Cheers. Let us be joyful. Let us be joyful. What a powerful frequency it is. Powerful frequency. Love, hope, faith, joy. Let's call those in and sustain them and affirm those energies as our truth. As we're calling in this piece, as we're affirming it so for ourselves and for all on the Earth Mother, feel to read this prayer. This is a peace affirmation from the archangels Uriel and Aurora. So again, join me in one more sip, because if we start out with a affirmation, and again, I'll affirm this for all of you, all of us who are in agreement, the gentle rain of peace. So rain, R-A-I-N, sacred water. I am the gentle rain of peace. I am the manifestation of divine perfection. I am the great heartbeat of the divine, of divine love from on high. I am the power of infinite love and compassion within. First of self. I am the flame of love that will sustain all. I am the realization of the power of love. Ooh, let's say that one again. I am the realization of the power of love. That is the omnipotence power of love. I am the externalization of the quality of divine freedom. That transmutation ray, the violet flame, helps us with our freedom and victory in the light. I am the quality of the infinite peace and manifestation. I am the power of tranquility. Breathe these in. I am the power of great tides of love and peace, bringing an end to the contamination of discord and despair. I am the renewal of hope in the hearts that have no hope. I am the understanding wherever there are ears to hear. I am compassion where there are hearts to embrace. I am freedom from the shackles of war and destruction. I am a messenger and an instrument of peace. And so it is. Oh, and I think it feels good to finish off here with one more uplifting prayer. Joy coming from flute. And so as I close out, we'll just end with the flute. I would like to remind everyone that you can connect with me in my sacred services at Pam Silver Eagle. And again, my screen is still frozen, but I'm guessing Tiffany has got my back because she always does. And I so appreciate you, Tiffany, and Goldylocks Productions, this platform for sure. Pam Silver Eagle and all of the services that I offer, so really valuable, and especially at this time. So you can check out my services tab. And if you have any questions, please send me a message through Facebook Messenger and we can connect. I'd be glad to customize, whether it be a nature journey for you or some spiritual, I call it the evolutionary soul guidance, which is a guidance of, again, so important to have the support. Yeah. We all call upon support and we all need it. And so I offer it to you. As well as my energy sessions, which provide upgrades, frequency upgrades, transmissions, sacred transmissions. Again, that would be personalized to each of you for what Creator knows that you need. I can do those from a distance and certainly in person if you are in my space, in my area, which is currently northwestern Pennsylvania. And again, the energy, as we know, is fluid. And so you are all receiving now through the transmissions, and I am receiving as well. So thank you. And so I'd like to leave you again with this uplifting melody and know that I'm holding space. I will continue to hold space for all. And again, I appreciate all of those who've joined, especially live and holding this space throughout. For we have a journey still to travel, and these coming days, these practices, these tools, these affirmations are going to be important for all of us. And however we can hold that peace and love and unity consciousness and be that in our beingness. So many blessings. Namaste, everyone. Namaste. Joy to the world, joy to the world. Joy to you and me and to all. Let us be that. Let us start here and let us journey together as we transmute all that is less than love and light. Take good care. We'll see you next Tuesday, right here on the Perch. Blessings to all.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.